form of it you wanted to admit publish to the jury and admit it as an exhibit, would you put that form on the screen? So we're all talking about the same thing at the same time.
Your Honor, it is there now.
Okay, so it's the zoom in that we're currently looking at, rows 1 through 5.
All right, we can back it out so you can see the whole form.
Is this the page? Is it one page?
It's two pages.
So it did say celebrate. I thought it did.
Please pause.
I'm sorry.
Okay. You want to, I'm sorry, I don't have control yet. State's Exhibit 2-44 is a 2-page exhibit that says Cellbrite extraction report at the top, correct?
Correct.
And you'd like to admit this 2-page extraction report through this witness, not just the content of the text messages and the metadata regarding to, from, whatever.
Your Honor, the state wants to admit the content. Now, I can see the 244 at the top is labeled with Celebrite's branding. You know, if we were to, for example, redact the labeling, that's fine. But the content.
The distinction, I apologize for interrupting you, so I can just provide a little more context for my question. The distinction I'm drawing is the previous photographs. We admitted just the photographs,
Yes.
not the report from which the photographs were derived.
Correct.
Here, it seems we're doing something, the state is proposing to do something different. That is, admit the report, not just the content. That is the photographs in my analogy.
That is correct, but the state proceeded to just admit the thumbnails as photographs simply to keep things moving along, not because the state thinks that the report is inadmissible. The state just didn't want to bog down in this discussion.
May we do the same now, understanding that the state's ultimately, as I understand your position at sidebar, going to be, we have another witness that's going to get this report and many others in.
Yes, Your Honor. That is why I think the way we can do that is to just redact the heading. And that leaves us with nothing but content without identifying the source of the content. But Ms. Lauber has already authenticated the content itself.
Ms. Lewis, if you'd put your position on the record.
On the record, Your Honor, this is a Cellbrite report that has not been admitted. We don't have testimony as to how it was extracted. We don't have testimony as to what it is, and it's not authenticated. That can come in through a later witness. I agree. That witness probably should have been called first, but was not. You're right that now we're doing something different than we did on the prior report. And I don't think just extracting Cellbrite, the word Cellbrite, solves the problem. You ruled from the bench just a minute ago that this could be used as an impeachment document.
I did not. I said specifically you cannot use it if it's not admissible because there's no foundation for it.
Well, then we discussed it further, and you said go ahead and show it to her and ask her if she remembers it, and then the text.
That was not in the context of impeachment. That was in the context of the Mr. Bloodworth and his direct using it to refresh a recollection of a witness who may not specifically recall the content.
I misspoke. That's what I meant. To use it to refresh her recollection. And you ruled that that would be appropriate. Well, then Mr. Bloodworth attempted to change your ruling, which happens a lot, which is what
Don't do
gets
that.
me.
Please stay
Well, that's
focused.
what gets me frustrated.
Please stay focused.
I think your ruling was appropriate, that it can be used to refresh your recollection. Discuss this, you ruled, and I think your ruling should stand.
You understand that this will limit your use of this document in impeachment.
That's fine.
Okay. Any further record?
Yes, Your Honor. To use the photograph analogy, it doesn't matter who took the photograph. If somebody was there to observe the content of the photograph, they can impeach it, or they can authenticate it. That is what we have here. Carmen Lauber was a participant in this text message exchange. She can authenticate it. And that is the only substance in this report. She has authenticated 100% of the substance of this report.
Are you comfortable presenting it to her as, this is a document? Does this document match your recollection of text messages you had with this person on this day?
Your Honor, not only am I comfortable with it, that is precisely what I did when I had her authenticated.
Okay,
And how it was extracted doesn't matter. That is when you don't have a witness who was present to authenticate it.
I understand.
Okay.
I hear you saying if you had a screen grab of text bubbles from a phone and her testimony was the same, like, I remember this,
Yes.
I remember this exchange on this day at this time, you would seek to admit the bubble as a document that she laid foundation for.
Correct. Regardless of who took the screenshot of the bubbles. Right here, Celebrate took the screenshot of the bubbles. Doesn't matter.
I understand the state's position. Ms. Lewis, anything further?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, so the defense has a thought-provoking argument that including all the stuff in the header gives this document some imprimatur of technical proficiency or additional weight regarding which this witness has not laid foundation. So State's Exhibit 2-44, just the table, not anything from that blue line in the header or above, Scott, may come in through this witness. Yeah, show me page 2, Scott. Mr. Bloodworth, any further record regarding the court's ruling?
No, Your Honor.
Ms. Lewis. We did 3-7 by itself didn't come in. It was D1, D2, D3 only. Yeah, but those photographs I don't think had.
Nothing further.
Did they? No, yeah, okay. So we have, I'm really just talking to Scott at the moment. It's going to stay this way, right?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Okay. And can you, the state, at some point before tomorrow morning, print this version of 2-44, understanding this may be mooted through Mr. Katradimos at some point, but
Yeah, let's do that, Your Honor. Let's label this 2-44 Romeo R
okay,
to denote it as a redacted version of 244.
got it. Okay, Brittany, do you need anything else for the record? All right, what I would like to do, counsel, is complete the, well, we've taken want to take a restroom break now, and then we'll just go directly from direct into cross. Ms. Lewis, any objection?
No, Your Honor.
All right, listen, nobody can talk to Ms. Lauber out in the lobby, please. No appearances of contact with Ms. Lauber. Let's take a break until 2:10. Thank you.